The next speaker, as she's prepared to come on up here, we all know her. She's an amazing spirit and energy. And, while we prepare for that, I'll quickly add in here. Everybody take your hand out and put it in front of your face. And just blow. You feel that? Yeah. That's dust. That's copper wires we don't see. That's what you're connected to when you are a speaker. That dust that you feel on your hand, the electrical, it taps your physical eardrum. So as you hear my voice, the power of my heartbeat is touching your eardrum. And as it touches your eardrum, it communicates a message to you. So as you speak to your family, your children, in your community, know that you are a living dust. The evidence you cannot even see. And so, brother, I'm calling Calvin, Dr. Ellison, with honor and respect, we thank you for that power and that dust you put on our ears that motivate our spirit. Thank you for sharing your heart with us and sharing your spirit. This beautiful queen, before you have a doctor, you have a queen. And Queen Robinson, who's the president of the National Association of Speakers and Authors, the brain trust of connecting our authors, our orators, and our writers to create the next generation of scribes and those who produce the hieroglyphics in the digital age. The international reputation is yet to come. We love you and bring on our sister, Dr. Leah Cleveland.
I want you to look at your neighbor. And with all the fervor and passion you can, look at your neighbor and say, you are awesome.
You are awesome.
You are inspiring. And you got it going on. Now point to yourself. I am awesome. I am awe-inspiring. And I got it going on. Are y'all comfortable saying that? That's what I'm talking about. Because see, most times, most people aren't comfortable saying that. If it's a word, it's a phrase. But do you really, truly know how awesome you are? I'm going to tell you how I know you're awesome. Because my God told me in Ephesians 2:10, says you are God's workmanship. Workmanship has been defined as a masterpiece. Yes. That means you are one of a kind. Ain't nobody or nothing else like you in the universe. That's right. God made you and he broke them over. He said you're God's workmanship, ordained for a good work. Now good work has been defined, great things. And he ended it by saying that was ordained for you before you were born. Translation, you were born for greatness. But if we were born for greatness, why do so many of us settle for the dust of man? We settle for mediocrity. We settle for just making. We settle for just getting by. Instead of asking for the building down the street, we say, y'all please pray about rent. Instead of asking for the top of the line car, we go, I'm going to go and get this used hoopty. Time out for that. Because as someone said earlier, you got out of your bed You got dressed on a Saturday afternoon before school begins, and you came here. Now what that tells me is that you're ready for something different. Yes. You're ready for something new, unique. Well, Master is here to give you that something different. So how many of you are already speakers? Raise your hand. How many of you already got a book out? Raise your hand. How many of you got another book idea waiting in your head and you just haven't put it on paper yet? Raise your hand. Okay. What NASA wants to do is take the helmet off. See, we put ourselves in a box. Or if we don't put ourselves in a box, guess what? We let others put us in a box. I'm a product of that. Until I was 25, 26 years old, you spoke to me, I looked at your feet to speak back to you. I was just that broken. I didn't think I had enough of anything to look in your face and say hello to you. I put myself in a box because of what things that happened to me in my past. My past became my present, my future, all that I was. I was a product of a mother who was killed by drunk driving, a father who disowned me, somebody who abused me, a husband who had 44 affairs in 17 years of marriage, and yes, I said 44 in 17 years of marriage. I've been drugged through glass, black eye, burned on my arm. I've been there, done that, got t-shirts to prove it. But until I put myself at the foot of the cross and say, God, you got to do something, because at that time, I told God he had to do one or two things. You need to take me on home, because I'm tired of living like this. Or you need to show me something different. All right. Don't ask God to show you something. Because he was faithful to his word. And he showed me something awesome. And see, the devil was defeated when God gave me my voice. All right now. Now we want to make sure you're positioned to not only have your voice, but have your voice soar, spread, empower, impact, and make a difference. So, you've heard a lot about NASA, what we are purposed to do. So I want to go into a little bit more detail. I'm not going to keep you long. How many of you think those numbers look real good? Yeah. Public speaker industry. Building with me. Industry. Corporate training. 60. Building with me. Now, the whole corporate training dollar value per year is about 160 billion. That 60 billion represents them hiring somebody like you to come in and talk. There's a lot of money out there, y'all. Yeah. And when we went through the recession, did it go down? Yes. But did it dip? No. Training was often the first thing people cut, but it still didn't stop. Trainers, corporations, event planners are looking for people who can make a difference. But you got to go in there bold. And you got to know how to go in there as a Christian. Now, when I first got in the game, I didn't know how to do that. I went into corporations talking about, my Jesus got this thing covered. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Yeah. And they kind of looked at me like, exactly like that. So I had to learn how to take my faith into what's called marketplace ministry. And once you know how to do that, the message itself resounds. See, God's word is still God's word no matter how you put it, and God's word impacts. That's one of the things we want to do with NASA. And that's why it's for the faith-based community. We don't have anything out there telling us how to get some of that. All right now. Exactly. NASA's going to show you how to get some of that. Primary areas in the public speaking industry, these are the top 4. Personal development and empowerment, business and leadership development, youth includes mentorship, huge, and community issues and awareness. And those are the things that really negatively impact our community. Corporate training, biggest areas, management supervision, compliance. How do you know what compliance is? What is it? Tell me what compliance is. And the more you know about the federal compliance in your area of expertise, the more valuable you are. And of course, business practices. I want to just give you a couple of hints, names of people who have truly made an impact. Devout people of God. John Maxwell is the most authority in leadership training. He's a pastor, man of God, and everything that he do. Everything, I don't know how many of you have listened to his teachings or read his book. Every principle on leadership comes directly from the Bible. He doesn't open his mouth for less than $50,000 per engagement. Blanchard, co-founder of Chief Spiritual Officer of the Blanchard Companies, also $50,000. And this young lady just impresses me. When she was 9, she started Jewels of Jordan. It's a luxury jewelry line. She's not only 17 years old. She is contracted for $10,000 every time she talks. And her message is to other young people on how to not be defeated by peers and what happens to you. Les Brown is an ex-politician, $25,000, known as the most inspirational, considered the most inspirational speaker of all time. Now why did I show you these for? You see the span of diversity and what they bring to the table. There is no template for success in public speaking and writing. Whatever your area of expertise, if you plan, you strategize, you can make money doing it. Now let me say this right here. I don't know what person said that to be a devout Christian, you had to be broke. I don't know about the Bible, y'all read it. But my Bible don't say nothing about the fact that I gotta be broke. My Bible tells me that God wants me to prosper in all things. That's in your health, your wealth, your family, your community, everywhere. So before you even begin to come this way, if you think we're going to talk about, well, you know you're a Christian, you can't make no money doing this, you got to just give, you're in the wrong place. Because we want you to prosper in all ways, at all times, in all things. Because so what's NASA? We're a unique bureau for faith-based believers. Now, one question I often get asked is, do you have to be a Christian? Well, we're not going to tell you you have to be a Christian. But we're going to tell you this. Every training, every seminar, every publication, every event is going to be based on the Bible, God's intent in His Word, and God's message to His people. So if you're not a Christian, you're not offended by that, come on. Hands-on development. We want to position speakers and authors to succeed. Now let's be real. You can speak for years and you can write 10 books. But if you don't know the strategies, if you don't know how to walk the walk, if you don't know how to break that glass ceiling, your books will stay in your garage and your speaking will always be free. We want to teach you those strategies. Training and development. We're going to do a lot of that. We got lots of things planned. We're going to go into that in a minute. We want to promote excellence in the standards and integrity of public speaking for the faith-based community. A lot of times when people say, I'm faith-based, people start looking at you funny. We want them to look different. When they say that's a NASA member, we want events planners to take notice. When we say we have a speaker with this excellence or this strategy, we want them to be able to look and say, oh, I know that organization. Excellence will be our mantra. And then we want to provide avenues. We're trying to tap into events planners over this country and internationally. When they need a speaker, we're going to let you know that these speaking opportunities are available. Now, what you do with the opportunities on you. Benefits. Career development assessment when you join. A handbook that's called Fundamentals of Professional Presentation that's going to outline all the keys to being a professional speaker and author. When I can speak English. A subscription to our NASA Spotlight newsletter. You're going to have a brand new page on the NASA site. We're going to do speaker roadshow competitions every 2 months. We're excited about this. We already have 2 plans for this year. Every 2 months at different churches around Atlanta, we're going to have 4 to 6 speakers to compete for that month's speaker of distinction. At the end of the year, those 6 will compete for the annual Speaker of Distinction Award at our national conference. Author expos, opportunities for authors, also within NASA membership, to highlight their books, set up tables, and sell their books, CDs, programs, because you do know books is not one thing y'all need to be doing, right? Okay? You need to develop programs from that book. You need what's called a funnel. And we're going to show you what that means. We're going to have quarterly network events. And we're hoping they're going to start in Atlanta, but our goal is that they happen all over the U.S. Speaker opportunity referrals, developmental consultation with our collaborators. You heard several of our ambassadors say they offer services. Well, they're going to be offering those services to NASA members at a discount of up to 50% of their regular rates. Author of Distinction Training, Speaker of Distinction Certification, which is a 1-year training program, and then, of course, our annual conference. There are 4 levels of membership. Our professional fellows are those who are actually speaking in the industry, have 5 years of experience in their professional realm, 5 years of professional speaking and writing experience. Our associates are specialists in their area of expertise, but may not have any formal experience. Our training will take care of that. Then we want to hit our college students, called our student associates. They must be full-time students at an accredited college, and they must be in good standing with that college. And we can't forget our youth. We're calling them inspired youth. Teenagers, 13, 18 years old. My ministry deals with individuals who are broken, so we deal with teens who have been raped, molested in the juvenile system. And what we find is most of them get in trouble because they don't feel their voice matters. They don't feel that they're ever heard. So sometimes they act out. Or they could be like me and they've been victimized. So they feel their voice was taken. We want to let them know that their voice is heard. And there are several ways we're going to be doing that for the membership. So, what is this thing all about? Professional fellows is $375 a year. Associates, $275. Student associates, $125. And inspired youth, 50 individual, or if you're in a church or a community organization, 7 youth can join for $250. However, we want to get members who are serious about their careers active as soon as we can. So from August of this year to August of 2019, we're having an inaugural membership special. For $175 lifetime membership. So whoever joins between now and August of next year will be $175 per year for the rest of your life, as long as you maintain your membership, and that is the professional fellows or professional associates. Basically, you're paying less than the student associate fee for the year. In a big nutshell, that's Nancy Speaks. Bottom line is this. You didn't write your books, those who raised your hand to sit. You had something to say. You have not been speaking for nothing. You have something to say. What Dr. Ellison and I have found is that if you don't know the strategies, you can't break through that ceiling. Those names I showed you are real people, average people who have made extraordinary feats of accomplishment. My God is no respecter of person. If he did it for them, he can do it for you. But sometimes we do need a little bit of help. Amen? Amen. NASA is here to offer that help. Okay? Now, just for a few minutes, we do have to be out of here by 4:30. But I know a lot has been said. You've heard a lot. You've heard from a lot of people. Our ambassadors, can you give them a hand? So, I want to give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you have, me, Dr. Ellison, or any of our ambassadors. So, let her rip. Got any questions? Oh, we were so good that we clarified everything. I love it! I love it! Okay. A couple of things. Mr. Parrott will mention the Caribbean event, and we come up with a date. We don't play around here, y'all. March 14th through the 18th of 2019. And Aubrey, you want to explain exactly what will be going on with that event since you brought it up?
Okay. I mentioned the film. Listen, this is really historic. Huh? Seriously historic. We are going through a very difficult time in this country. And there are concerns about educational formulas, family, friends, relatives, neighbors, whole smorgasbord. Barbados was the colony where the slave movement was created. There was a Barbados slave code book. That little rock is not just a rock. It's a historical rock for migration for slavery. So we're looking to emancipate, and what NASA is doing is emancipating you from mental slavery. To teach you, to show you, to let you know that your life matters. The film that I'm going to show is the trailer for the movie that's an award-winning film internationally, won a lot of awards so far. Okay? And the purpose of me really pouring into women in the Caribbean and in Barbados is to remove the idea of women being chattel, meaning they have no value. That was an accusatory statement from the devil. To gain God's kingdom.
That's right.
This is no joke. There are real scientific migration patterns to spirituality. And the conference that I started brought some people in, so I decided, you know what, let's let it rip. We are going to do the Ordinary Women Extraordinary Lives conference next year in Barbados, and all of you are invited. I was planning it before, but I'm including you now. I want you to come and go visit the locations and see the history of migration pattern. And there's also an opportunity for you to travel to Charleston to see where the first Barbadians settled. There's also a historical piece for the first President of the United States, George Washington. There's a lot that you don't know that you need to know if you're going to be teaching your children how to become freedom fighters. Here's the film. The trailer.
seem on the face of it that you are indeed an idiot and do not share anything. What can you do for a man who is living at subsistence level after you have profited? I want to know what kind of mirror image do you have of yourself. This is what I am concerned about. We're black workers in the small island of Barbados where I'm from. Wonders me.
Oh, no, we want to go ahead and get a picture. Okay. So, that's the film. Put it on your calendar for the conference. We would like, because you all are here at a phenomenal time. This is our founding meeting, literally. So we'd like to get a picture, but I need you to move swift if you want to be a part of the picture. We want to get everybody up here who wants to be a part of the picture. Just come on up. We're going to get a picture, and this will be our inaugural launch picture, our official picture that's going to go on the website as the inaugural launch of NASA. We're going to use it so quickly. And then once you get the picture, go in the back, visit the tables. Our ambassadors got books. Dr. Ellison and I have a table back there. But come quickly so we can get this done, and you guys can get a chance to look at all the books and things we have in the back.
Projector off, bro.
Reach out and say